There we go, there we go. Finally got a nice fish on. But that is a beautiful red grouper. All right, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing the Piscifun Trollix digital line counter reel. Here's some of the specs on this reel. Has a gear ratio of 6:1, braid capacity 325 yards for 30 pound. That's most likely what I'll be putting on, maybe 40 pound braid. It also supports 435 yards of 10 pound mono. It's only 14 ounces, 400 grams, and has an 8:1 bearing. Another key important aspect of it for me is the max drag, 24 pounds. That should be able to handle most of the fish that I deal with. This is another really important thing, especially when you're fishing and you're trying to get up a fish before the sharks hit it. It says the 30 inches of line for each crank. So each time you crank it, you're pulling in 30 inches of line, which really helps in getting that fish up before it gets sharked, at least here in the Gulf. Let's see what's inside the box. All right, so it has a manual and basically all the steps to getting it set up, spooling, releasing the spool, how to turn it off and on the backlight, power and off. So that's gonna be really helpful. Definitely wanna hold on to that. And you also have a parts list. So if you fish in salt water like I do, you know that salt water tries to get into everything. So it's really important to be able to have access to these parts so you can clean the reel effectively and be able to put it back together, knowing where each part goes. And if you ever have an issue, you can actually go out and buy the replacement part. So this is really helpful. We have a bag, carrying bag with the logo, and let's see what she looks like. All right, so we also have a tool, and part of that maintenance I was talking about, always good to have the tools available. And here it is. Let's pop it out. Beautiful. I'm a right-handed person, so I know some people prefer it on the left side, but this is perfect for me. As you can see, you have the on and off button, the set, and I'm assuming that's part of the whole process to set up the system. You need those. Really smooth, nice and smooth retrieval. You have the star drag adjuster. You have your descend. Basically, you use this to control the rate at which you release line. So you want it loose, so you'll keep your finger on it. That way you don't get a backlash as you're releasing. And this is where you hit the release, click it in place, and you start retrieval. Looking forward to taking it offshore, and I'll be back to give you a full review on the boat. Look at that beautiful sunrise. This makes it worth it getting up in the morning. All right, I just got to the spot. I'm about 43 miles, actually 44 miles from Sarasota. So I'm gonna drop down some dead bait. I made these pre-rig double snell rigs last night just to make my life a little bit easier today. So I'm gonna send down the smaller setup first with two size 5 hooks. I'm gonna be using a Carolina rig and hopefully get into some good fish. All right, today I'm going to be using the Piscifun Trollix digital reel with the line counter. Just hit the button for 5 seconds to turn it on. There you go. So it has one foot of line out. Let me just reel it in to zero it out. So basically you're able to get a line count, how deep you're dropping. So for example, in this scenario, we have fish on the sonar that's in the middle of the water column at 104 feet of water. So with the line counter, you're able to put the bait exactly where you want it. Not a lot of guesswork involved. All right, I'm gonna drop down. You see the counter's at 0. Let's drop it down. We're at 10, 20 feet, 30, 40, 50, 80, 90. We're at 100, right at 101, and that's not including the leader. So that's what it looks like. Okay, we got fish on. First fish on my Trollix, Piscifun Trollix reel. So let me tighten up the drag a little bit. It's a smaller fish, but as you can see, you can take a look at the line counter, so you know exactly how much line you have to bring back in. So let's see what we got here. Nice smooth reel, and you'll get an alert at 13, 5, and then 1 feet. So first fish on the Piscifun Trollix reel. It's a lane snapper. There we go. All right, first drop on my Piscifun Trollix digital reel. Got me a nice little lane snapper. Let's see what else is down there. And you can adjust the rate of descent. And also I'm gonna tighten up the drag a little bit. Last time, because it was a smaller fish, it didn't matter, but based on what I'm seeing on the sonar, looks like there's some big fish down there. So we wanna be ready to fight them. This reel has 24 pounds of drag, so that's plenty for what we're looking for out here. Definitely a little bumpier today. They said half-foot seas. These are definitely not half-foot seas at all. This is more 1.5 2 footers out here. Weatherman got it wrong again. Go figure. All right, so what I did this time, I'm a little bit off the bottom in 98 feet of water. Seems like the fish are hanging in the middle of the column. Oh, just missed them. So with the line counter, you know exactly where you are. We're in 106 feet of water right now. So we're about 10 feet off the bottom, and I'm getting hits right in that area of the water column. So hopefully the bigger fish are hanging out in that area of the water column. There we go. Oh no. There we go. All right. Nice fish, nice fish. There we go. There we go. We've been waiting for this guy. Got that on a piece of cut bonita. Feels like the biggest fish so far today. Reel is performing beautifully. Nice smooth retrieval. Now let's see a nice red snapper at the end of this reel. We got here. Nice red grouper. All right, nice little red grouper on my Piscifun Trollix digital reel. Got this guy in about 95 feet of water. I'm gonna vent. There we go. Send him back down. All right, just send back down another piece of cut bonita. Last time I got a nice 16-inch red grouper. The reel performed awesome, so we need a big boy now. Let's test out this 24 pounds of drag. Oh, shit. There we go, here we go. Finally got a nice fish on. Got 90 feet to go. But yeah, I got him on the frozen sardine. First I thought I was rocked up. Yeah, but the reel is handling it with no issues. That beep means it's 25 feet to go. 13 feet to go. Nice red grouper. There we go. He's gonna be short, but that is a beautiful red grouper. All right. Feels like it's another small red grouper. Ain't gotta bring them up fast. This is where those 30 inches per crank comes in. So we got sharks again here. Oh, nice vermilion. We'll take him. I think I got him this time. Yeah. That's a bigger fish. Not a monster, but definitely most likely a red grouper. Have to adjust the drag to get this back. Much bigger red grouper. go. Hear that gas releasing. Send him home.